Hi friends, welcome to the Unit 1, Day 2 lesson over linear equations and inequalities. In this, we're going to talk about example 1, solving inequalities and representing solution sets. It says solve the inequality, then graph the solution set, write the solution in interval notation and set notation. So with here, we got at number 1, we have some fractions. I talked about this earlier, but we want to clear the fractions. The best way to do that is to multiply through both the left and the right side, using the least common multiple of 3, 2, and 6. So that is 6. We're going to multiply through everything on both sides by 6. Multiply this side by 6, and then that side by 6. When we do that, I get 6 times 2 divided by 3. And because of the negative, we're going to have a negative. So we have 6 times 2 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that's going to be negative 4x. Plus 6 times 1 is 6, divided by 2 is 3, so negative 4x plus 3. And then is less than or equal to, the 6's cancel, so we're left with 5. So I have negative 4x plus 3 is less than or equal to 5. We're going to subtract 3 on both sides. Subtract 3 here. So we have negative 4x is less than or equal to positive 2. Now we're going to divide both sides by a negative 4, and when you divide by a negative value, we have to remember to flip the inequality, so we're left with x is greater than or equal to 2 over negative 4 is going to reduce down to negative 1/2. So first we want to write this in interval notation. So interval notation, if we're talking about values that are greater than negative 1/2, greater than or equal to negative 1/2, that means the negative 1/2 is going to be the start of our solution. And then if it's greater than, we're going to continue to the right. So if we're continuing to the right, then it goes towards infinity. So there is interval notation. Set notation, we have the set of x's such that x is greater than or equal to negative 1/2. It doesn't say this, but I also want to practice doing this on a number line as well. So if I think about this on a number line, I'm going to always put two values. I'm going to put negative 1/2 and then 0 as well. So if negative 1/2 is here, 0 can be to the right of that. And then this is going to be filled in and then shading to the right. Here's example 1. Example 1, number 1. Number 2, let's add 1 on both sides. So we're left with 3x is less than 6. And so now if we divide by 3 on both sides, we get x is less than 2. So with this, we have x is less than 2. Set notation. We're going to, our lowest value or smallest solution is towards negative infinity, all the way to 2, non-inclusive. So we have the set of x's such that x is less than 2. Then number line-wise, we're going to have 0, 2 is here, open dot, not filled in, and then we shade to the left. Next one, we have some simplifying to do. We have this minus sign here, this negative, so we distribute that through. So I have 7 minus 3x minus 5 is greater than, and then distribute the negative 2 through, so we have negative 2x plus 8, and then minus 5x. Clean this up on both sides. So I've got, 7 minus 5, so this is negative 3x plus 2 is greater than negative 2x, and then negative 5x, so that's going to be negative 7x plus 8. I always pick, when you have when you have variable on both sides, I always pick the smaller of the two to move or manipulate, and that ensures that I don't have a negative to mess with later. So I'm going to add 7x on both sides. That gives me 4x plus 2 is greater than 8. Minus 2 on both sides. And I get 4x is greater than 6, divided by 4, and I get x is greater than 3/2. So because x is greater than 3/2, then I can start my interval notation. So 3/2 to infinity. And then my set notation, x, such that x is greater than 3/2. And then number line, 0 is here, 3/2 is here, open dot, and then shaded to the right. And then number 4. Number 4, we have, looks like I need to distribute the 3x first. So 3x plus 12 minus 5 is less than 2x minus 6. Let's see. If I subtract 2x on both sides, left with x, combine those, plus 7 is less than negative 6. Minus 7 on both sides, and you get x is less than negative 13. Interval notation, we're going to be from negative infinity all the way to negative 13, non-inclusive. So, and then we have the set of x's for set notation, the set of x's such that x is less than negative 13. And then for my number line, I have 0 here, negative 13 here, not inclusive, so it's not filled in. And then we have an open dot, and then shading to the left. Here's example 1. Have a great day.